We are gathered at this moment in a spirit of prayer to begin another powerful prayer. Today is another day in our prayer journey, focused on the powerful Psalm 91. I see that many are already joining us, and I ask that you prepare your heart and spirit to receive these words and be blessed at the end of our prayer. In Mark 16:15, it says, "And he said to them, 'Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.'" This passage reminds us of the importance of sharing the message of faith and hope. Jesus instructs us to spread the word of God to all corners, touching hearts and transforming lives. This shows us that our mission is not only to live our faith personally, but also to be instruments of God to bless others. When we gather in prayer, we prepare our hearts and spirits to be receptive to divine blessings and teachings. It is in this moment of communion that God strengthens and guides us. Group prayer creates a chain of faith that can transform difficult situations into testimonies of victory. Imagine a lamp that needs electricity to light up. Similarly, our soul needs prayer to illuminate with the presence of God. Just as light dispels darkness, prayer dispels despair, bringing clarity and hope to our lives. By preparing our hearts and spirits for prayer, we become receptive to the blessings God has reserved for us. Just as a lamp lights up with electricity, our lives fill with light and purpose through faith and communion with God. The mission to bring this light to others is fundamental, following the example of Jesus. Prepare your heart and spirit, for through prayer you will illuminate with the blessings of God and be a light to the world. I believe many of you are at home or commuting to work, but regardless of where you are listening, pay attention. I see names and prayer requests being left in the comments. Do the same, leave your name and request. Today, I want to present your desires, needs, and dreams to God. We are in prayer every day precisely to strengthen our relationship with God, and today I have a powerful message from God for you. In Philippians 4:6, it says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." This passage teaches us not to carry the burden of anxiety. God invites us to bring Him our desires, needs, and dreams through prayer. When we lay our worries before God, we trust that He takes care of us and guides us on the best path. Daily prayer strengthens our relationship with God, creating a constant and deep communication channel. It is through this continuous practice that we find peace, clarity, and the certainty that we are not alone. Prayer is not just a religious practice, but an intimate dialogue with our Creator, where we can express our desires and find comfort. Imagine a boat sailing on the open sea. Without an anchor, it would be carried by waves and currents. Without direction, prayer is the anchor of our soul. It keeps us firm and stable, even amidst life's storms, providing a point of security and guidance. By presenting our desires, needs, and dreams to God in prayer, we strengthen our faith and trust in Him. The daily practice of prayer is fundamental for a balanced and purposeful spiritual life. God has a powerful message for each of us, and by turning to Him we receive guidance and peace. Present your desires, needs, and dreams to God, and find strength and direction in daily prayer. God has sent me to tell you that He will rescue you from financial and emotional difficulties. He is working to bring you out of this dark place. Be patient, for God is already working in your life. He will stop you from sinking and put a new song in your mouth. What is a test today will become a testimony. The story of Joseph, the son of Jacob, is a perfect example of how God works in our lives, even in moments of great difficulty. Joseph was sold by his brothers as a slave and taken to Egypt. Despite being unjustly accused and imprisoned, Joseph kept his faith in God. While in prison, Joseph could have lost hope, but he trusted that God had a plan for his life. His patience and faith were rewarded when God elevated him to a position of great power in Egypt, as governor, responsible for saving many lives during a severe famine. Joseph's life teaches us that even when we face difficulties and injustices, God is working in our favor. What may seem like a test today will transform into a powerful testimony tomorrow if we maintain our faith and patience. God never abandons us, even in the most challenging circumstances. Just as Joseph was rescued from prison and elevated to a position of honor, God will also lift us from the depths and put a new song in our mouths. Our patience and faith will be rewarded, and our trials will turn into testimonies of victory. Just like Joseph, have patience and faith, for God is working in your life and will turn your tests into testimonies. Those who look at your story will see God's faithfulness in your life. Accept this message and keep it in your heart. When you are living this new time, remember this day, this message, and this prayer. Remember the day you almost gave up, but God used a simple preacher to rekindle your faith and hope. Stay strong, awaiting the good news of the Lord.